Hi, this is Shannah, and this is another pick a card reading. And this was a request, and this is what you need to heal about money. So, this can go a bit deeper. So, I hope you're ready for the journey. And remember, this is a general reading. So, it might not apply exactly to everyone, but just be open and see what resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, then the message is not for you or not completely for you, but take what you can use. Take what is good for you and inspires you, okay? So we have here 3 piles. And this time around, I chose keys. And here we have pile number 1, and the key says number 1. Then we have pile number 2, this beautiful key, and then we have pile number 3 with the number 100. So please take your time to choose your pile. You can stop the video if you like, and just take a deep breath. Think about money. Think about your relationship with money and how you see money, how you feel about it, and choose your pile, okay? You can even choose more than one. It's okay, right? Now, I'm going to start with pile number 1. So I'm going to take this away. Just give me a second. There you go. Pile number 1. So let's see what the cards have to say. So here we have the Außenseiter, and this means the outsider. So when it comes to money and your relationship to money, you probably feel like you're outside looking in, like this child here. It's like the good life, success, fortune, and, being rich is something that only happens to others, right? It's not something that is for you. This is how you relate to money. This is how you feel about it, and it's how you actually stand in life in general, even if you think you're doing pretty okay, even if you think your life is actually quite good, but the things you actually want, the things you actually desire, you just feel that they're not for you, they're for other people, they're for better people. Of course, there are no better people, but this may be something you think that there are people that were born lucky, people that were born beautiful, people that were born into richer and probably more loving families. So it's something that you watch in movies, probably watch on Netflix, in series. So it's like it's a dream world, it's not really real. You're just watching it from afar. Now, what, for instance, the child here doesn't realize is that the gate is actually open. It looks closed, but it's actually open. And the child could open this gate at any time. And this is what happens to you as well. You have the feeling that the opportunities are not there for you. You have the feeling that good things only happen to other people. But actually, you can open this gate at any time. You just have to open the gate and go. And this reminds me of something that I read some time ago. And what happens if you see a door and on the door you see written impossible? The thing is, you stand before this door, you stand in front of the door, and you see written impossible. And because it's written impossible, many of us don't even try to open the door. But for those who dare, the moment they open the door, The writing on the door disappears. They don't see it anymore. They just see an open door. So this is more or less the case. You feel that the good things in life, or having a lot of money, or being freed from financial problems, is something that only happens to other people, but it's not for you. You may be even glad and happy for the fortune of others, but you still deep inside do not believe that's something for you. So this is how you relate to money. Let's put the cards here. So the next card, so we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, as you probably know, the Queen of Swords can be quite severe and austere as well. So someone that is really straight and very, I'll put it in words. It's not cold, that's not the word I'm searching for, but someone who's very austere, is like very, it is like it is, you know. So can be really fear, but sometimes more on a negative way. It is like it's a very materialistic person, it's a very pragmatic person, it's a very reality-based person, and it can also be very, you know, not cruel, but you can see this woman slays men for reasons of her own. We're not judging. Now, this is also probably, for some of you, what I'm getting is how you stand in life, right? You don't take any bullshit, you see things as they are, and reality is what it is, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? So it comes together here with this. So if you're standing on the outside, you think that's the way life is, and you have to accept it and make the best out of it, and there's nothing I can do about it. Now, this kind of mentality, of course, it can be your own, but it's also sometimes it comes from our upbringing, you know, and I have the feeling this comes from the mother side, since it's the Queen of Swords. So probably your mother was this kind of person, without wanting to get too personal in your family life. But was this kind of person. It doesn't mean that she was a mean or cruel person, but was someone that probably had to deal with difficulties in her life, had to cope with the daily chores, the daily duties, and you know, had to pay the bills, had to work hard, you know, and took life in a very unromantic way. So in a very realistic, crude way. And probably this attitude is something that you watched and learned from her. You know, life is hard and then you die, kind of thing. But this is just an attitude, and it's something that we learned from our parents or from the people that raised us. It doesn't mean that reality is like that. We just picked up all these attitudes and ways of life from them and made them our own, right? But it doesn't mean that you cannot change this. You can, especially if it's not bringing you any benefits, if it's not helping you to move forward. And probably you've heard a lot in life, so good things are for the people, or, you know, you should be glad with the little you have, you should be happy for what you have, which you should actually, but they always told you to not reach for the stars, you know, do not dream too big, you know, put yourself in your place. And these kind of messages that we pick up along the way and make us then settle with, make us, you know, settle to an ordinary life, make us settle to just, you know, be small, actually, you know, just go to work, find a partner, start a family, work more, and, you know, and at the end of the day, then we think that's all there is to life. But there's something inside you telling you there's a lot more, and you know there's a lot more. You just feel that you don't deserve it. So that's what you have to heal about money. That's the thing about money. You and money is just, you think you don't deserve it. You think you have to, be really strict about it and be strict with life and with yourself, and put yourself in your place. So this is the main theme here, that you feel you don't deserve a lot of money. You don't deserve to be rich. You don't deserve to have beautiful things. Although you kind of yearn for them and you think, oh no, that's my world as well. But there's something inside you forbidding you to even want it. Just watch it from afar, right? But interesting. Here we have power of attraction, the number 13. And don't be misled by the number 13. 13 is a very powerful number. In our society, it just became a number of bad luck because of the misfortune of the Knight Templars in the 14th century. I think it was the 14th century, yes, because it was the night in Europe where they were all killed on a Friday, the 13th. It was the 13th of October. And since then, the number 13 was considered to be a very unlucky number. But actually, this is a very powerful number. And here we have as well the power of attraction. And why the power of attraction? This is a beautiful card. The thing is, you are an attractor. You are a manifester. And probably you've noticed in your life, you think about something, oh, I'd like to have this, and suddenly it appears. It can be even a month later, but suddenly you have it. A friend gives it to you, or suddenly it was on sale and you could afford it, or, you win a contest, or whatever. You always get what you want. And this is the card telling you this. You're someone who always gets what you want. You can manifest things into your life. The only thing is, as we saw earlier, is that you were taught to dream small. And everything that is big, you feel very suspicious of it, right? Because you don't believe you deserve it. But this card is telling you, you can manifest anything you want into your life. You just have to believe it, and believe long enough until it is there in front of you. But the art of believing and manifesting is incredibly simple. And because it's incredibly simple, it's also incredibly difficult. Because we think we have to believe it, and we're always thinking about it. But the funny thing is, the more we think about it, the further away it gets, right? So believing is knowing, actually, because it's just knowing. It's like, oh, this is nice. One day it will be mine. And you don't think about it anymore. And then because it just becomes natural to you, well, of course it's mine. And then there it is in front of you. And if you trust this process, if you just let things unfold naturally, like you think about the things and you don't obsess about them. You just think, I like them. I'd like to have them in my life. And you just let it happen. And you're someone who can make this happen quite quickly, actually. The question is how to make yourself believe in this process, to believe that you can dream big. Let's see what the other card says. Taking shelter, the answers are within. So the card is telling us that you really have to look within yourself in order, to start trusting the process of manifestation, trusting money itself, trusting the good life you want so much. Try to trust it that it's something for you, right? And one way of doing this is just, remembering all these messages that were passed down onto you during your childhood, right? What kind of messages were you getting? If, you have to look within and remember what kind of things your mother was saying, or your father was saying, or the people who were raising you were saying, because as a child, we tend to absorb everything that is around us. We tend to believe everything the grown-ups say. So, and then starts, observing within yourself if these filters are still present in your life, if you're still seeing life through these filters, right? So, and just feel within yourself what is your inner truth, because probably within yourself it's like you deserve to have money. You deserve to have a comfortable, beautiful life. You deserve to travel a lot. You deserve to have a beautiful home. You deserve to have the car of your dreams or the family of your dreams where everyone just feels comfortable. So probably you have this image in you and that's what you want and it's what you deserve and what belongs to you by birthright, so to say. So go within and observe what is blocking you. Observe what kind of messages you've incorporated into your system and still act as a filter. As a filter that makes you see the world through a very twisted kind of light, that makes you feel unworthy of being happy, of being fulfilled. And oh, interesting. So we have 34, Ascended Master Merlin and Mystic Merlinite. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. And read the energy. So this card is also saying you're a very sensitive person, and you probably have noticed that you're able to read energies. You're able to even read people very quickly. You probably have a very developed psychic talent. Maybe you're even tarot card reader with a channel here on YouTube, or maybe you want to start one, or maybe you just do like psychic exercises with your friends and family and so on. So you're someone who can actually feel the environment around you. You can feel the people. You can even feel if the people are lying or being truthful. This card also tells you to read between the lines, right? For instance, here, if your mother was saying, well, we are poor, we should be happy with what we have, right? So we just should settle with what we have. And to read between the lines is saying, your mother doesn't wish you anything bad, right? It's just her experience. So read between the lines. Is there something that really relates to you? Or is just her talking about herself, about her life experience, but it doesn't mean it has to be yours, right? Because probably your mother wishes a lot more for you, but she's not able to pass on that message, right? Because maybe she's fearful, maybe she's too disappointed or bitter. So read between the lines. There are things that are not for you. Some things are just people talking about themselves, but it doesn't mean that it is for you, right? And here I got 2 cards of the same deck for pile number 1, and this one is very, very powerful. So it's number 8, Archangel Michael and Lapis Lazuli, and it's called the Vision. So this card is telling us that you have many talents. You have so many talents that sometimes you don't even know where to start. You can have many artistic talents and then also psychic talents, and maybe you're even good at math or at sports, and you're thinking, oh my God, I'd like to do everything, but I'll need more than one lifetime to do everything I love. So the vision here is telling you that you can incorporate all of these talents into a greater vision. You can actually find an occupation. Can I find a job where you can use all of your talents? You just have to feel in yourself. You just have to find this vision of how all of these talents can be incorporated, and then follow through that vision and stay true to that vision, and do not be strayed by people who say, oh no, that is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Just stay true to what you really are. Stay true to your vision, because no talent goes wasted, right? And maybe you probably even feel that you're not talented enough, you're not good enough. And before you throw away your project, and your project is like your baby, before you throw away your baby, stay true to it and let it come to life, and let it be shown to the world, right? Just find that vision where you can incorporate everything you want to do and then bring it out to the world. Believe me, the world will be a better place when you do it. What else? Oh, look. Always do your best. Take action on your ideas. So you have all of these ideas, and then you find your vision. Then you have to take action, right? And this is all related to money, in the sense that you want to earn your money doing something special, doing something you love. And the card is just saying you have the ideas, and here we could see it as well. You are very creative as well. So take action on it. Even if it's just baby steps, just do it. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And here we see doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. So take action, even if it's just an idea at the time, and then after a certain time, you can see how everything will be incorporated. But start taking action, even if it's just baby steps. This will make you feel better, make you feel more confident. And as you take action, you start seeing results. This conviction that you're an outsider will start fading away, because the door opens and all you'll see is an open door to try the next idea, to make it better, to, then step to the next idea, and so on and so forth. And then I still have 2 cards. Earth connection and the I'll try that again, temptress. So earth connection. So one way of clearing your mind as well is to get back to connection to Mother Earth, taking long walks, being in a forest, being by the seaside, being just resting in your garden or in a park. Find your connection again to Earth, ground yourself, because this is important, because according to these cards, you're also very much just in your head. You're probably daydreaming about everything that you could do, everything that you could have. And this card is telling you to ground yourself and then take the steps you need to do, find that vision, clear your mind. Sometimes we're just so confused, and get back to nature so you can have a clear mind, and then you'll know exactly what to do in order to make your dreams come true, in order to let that money energy flow. And then we have the I cannot say it, temptress. Seduction, deceit, a broken promise. Well, this card tells you to be very aware about big promises, about chances that seem too good to be true. Again, here, listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition, because you'll then feel if something that is offered is really real, or just a blah, blah, blah that will never come true, right? And also the temptress is here. I have the feeling for many of you, again, a mother figure. It doesn't have to be exactly your mother. It could be a female friend, could be a co-worker, but I have here a lot of female energy. And one thing that I've learned in life, there's nothing more dangerous. Okay, bears and sharks are very dangerous as well, but concerning humans, one of the things that are very dangerous are women that become bitter. because they'll become kind of poisonous and they'll give you a lot of negative energy. And you're the ones who will tell you that you're not talented enough, you have to be perfect in order to do this and that probably you're already too old to do this and that, and you don't have the means, you whatever. But here, again, listen to your intuition, read between the lines. Why are people saying what they are saying, right? And most of the things people say are not meant for you. Again, they're just talking about themselves. And that's something that I truly believe. An opinion says more about the person who expresses it than the subject itself, right? So pay attention to that. Why are people probably bringing you down or, destroying your dreams, or trying to at least? If they're trying, there's just their problem, but you don't have to agree with them, okay? So read between the lines, go back within into yourself to see what is really going on. What were the messages given to you, especially as a child, that make you feel unworthy of money, unworthy of success? Because you deserve it, and you have so many ideas. You have so many creative ideas, and you are able to put them in a single vision, and the moment you do and you take action on your ideas, you will be manifesting them, and sooner than you probably think. And this is my message to you. Thank you so, so much. I hope it resonated, and thank you so much for those watching, and I wish you all the best and all the success in the world. Thank you. And pile number 2. So, pile number 2. So, let's see, what are your cards? So, Empfänglichkeit, receptivity in English. And this card tells us that you're a very sensitive soul. You're a very receptive soul. And you're also a very creative soul. And you're someone, you're people's pleaser, but that not really in a negative way. The negative side of this is that you will renounce yourself just to make other people happy. You will give up yourself so that the others can come to the forefront, can be in the under the limelight. So this is beautiful because it makes you a very sensitive, very empathic soul. But this could be dangerous if you, putting yourself in second place for other people. And so your relationship with money probably has a lot to do with this. So you're not a go-getter. You're not someone that is probably not assertive enough, doesn't demand for things, because you're receptive. You're probably more waiting for things to come to you, for others to realize your value and to see your light and how valuable you are. But in our society, sometimes that's not the way it works. So this can come to your detriment, and you can actually suffer a lot under this. But let's see what the other cards say. So, the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a fiery woman, which is interesting. So we have water and fire. So this could be your inner self. You're very sensitive. You are very kind, loving. But to the outer world, you show yourself as a woman of power. And if you're a man, I'm sorry, because I'm just seeing a woman. So someone really powerful, right? And someone that won't take any bullshit as well. And I want this, I know what I want, and you're very outspoken, and people might even fear you, like, oh, I'm not going to mess with this person. But there's another side to this, and it probably resonates with some of you, because this person, again, might be your mother, right? Can be also any other relative or someone that was raising you, but I'm saying you're a very strong feminine person. So you're a very sensitive soul, and this woman, so mother figure, was very powerful, and probably predetermined what you should follow in life, what kind of career, what kind of people you should be hanging out with. So this was someone that was very powerful in your life, and probably didn't even realize how sensitive you really are. So you had to become this powerful woman as well in order to be accepted, woman or man, I'm sorry, in order to be accepted by this mother figure, by this powerful figure. And you probably renounced more, you kind of renounced your sensitive nature, or you just kept it locked away somewhere, like a secret place, or a sacred place that only you or maybe your best friends know about. And it's probably how you relate to money as well, On the outside, people expect things from you, like that you're very successful, that you have lots of money, but actually you don't really know how to act on it because your inner nature is different, right? And you can be also easily overpowered by other people, right? That are really like strong, demanding, assertive, and no matter how your persona may look like, on the inner side, you can become fearful or even, just run away so that the other person can have their way, kind of thing. I hope this makes sense to you. So the other card, Sacred Fool, number 40. Now, Sacred Fool again. This Sacred Fool is someone who's different from the crowd. You're not mainstream. You're not a person that is predictable, a person that, that is like all the others. No, you're very unique. You're different. You're kind of weird in a good way. You're kind of crazy in a fantastic way, And this could be a hidden side of you, But you see here, she has this puppet and playing, is the master of puppets. Well, if you know Metallica, you know what I'm talking about. But, so you're probably presenting this here to the outer world, that, oh, yes, I'm like everyone else. Yes, I do my job. I pay my bills. I'm a very ordinary person. So this is probably who you are presenting yourself, or how you're presenting yourself to the outer world. But you're actually this person here. You're a person that's really unique, a person that is a bit crazy, is a rebel at heart, You probably are even like a loner. You prefer to be alone than in a crowd or with people that just have small talk. And you need something deeper. You need deeper connections. You need people that are as crazy, in a good way, that are as crazy as you are, that see the world as you do. You probably have a very small circle of true friends. You probably have many acquaintances, but your true friends is a small, well-selected few, And this, being this puppet is a way to protect yourself, because again, there was someone, and probably still is, someone who was very powerful and overbearing in your life, and you had to hide your true nature. And your problem with money is that, again, your inner nature is really so sensitive that you find it difficult to cope with the harsh reality of capitalism. For you just want to be creative. You just want to do things that are fun for you, that are really meaningful to your heart. and you find yourself in a world that's all about competition and doing what you're told, and fulfilling a role, and having to have points and bonuses and stuff, and while you're more creative, wild soul, and you have to adjust in this world. So for you, money is probably something manipulative, something negative. So this is the problem you have with money. For you, money, oh, now I got it. Yes, thank you. For you, money is imprisonment of the soul. You see it as a prison. You see it as something that strangles your own creativity, and you suffer with this. So you have a very negative relationship to it, You're very open to creativity. You would be even very open to receiving money, because money is energy, and you're very open and receptive to energy. But the way the game is played is something that's almost against your nature. So you have to put up this persona of being powerful, being also very strong, in order to be accepted, in order to be taken seriously by the world. But this is a game that you don't really like, because it doesn't really represent who you really are. So you have a very suspicious relationship towards money. You don't really like it. Let's see what the other cards are saying. The gates of triumph, success expands in your life. So this what's telling me is there are two possibilities. It can be that even with this persona, you can be very successful, but still you're not feeling that you are being who you really are, that you do not feel that you can be who you really are. And another thing is that it's really interesting with this card is probably you're even afraid of success. Probably because you see here the doors are open, you just have to go through and follow the road towards success. But you probably think that for you to do this, you'd have to sell your soul, you have to sell your ideas, you have to sell your dreams, so that you could have money, that you could be recognized by your peers, or be rewarded by other people. But so you're a bit fearful of this success. You're a bit fearful of money, because it's like you're selling your soul. And so success is there for you, but you don't really trust it. You're very suspicious of it, And this is the point that you have to heal, to be open to money as a positive thing, to see money as your friend, because again, money is just energy. Every other connotation that we give to it is because of our upbringing, is because of our moral standards, it's because of our culture. It doesn't matter, but money is just energy, and because of your suspicions, you're just blocking it away from your life. So, but let's see what the other cards are saying. So, Archangel at Nakiel and Tiger's Eye, Tiger Spirit rises. So what this card is saying is for you to have courage, for you to go out in life and say what you want and be who you are. So this card is telling you, be who you are, have the courage of being who you are, have the courage of showing yourself as you are to the world, because you will be successful. Success awaits you. So the card is telling you, do not be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. And again, we have number 13. So just go out into the world and show yourself, show your true colors. You can even combine fire and water, because fire became also a part of your nature, right? So you can be both. Just don't let yourself be enslaved by the illusion that you have to be something that you're not in order to be successful, because that's the illusion. The moment you let that illusion go and you realize you can be yourself, you can be also this contradiction of fire and water. You can be both, it's both part of you now. So Be courageous, be brave, believe in yourself, and show your true colors. You will be successful. What else? Don't take anything personally. Love and respect yourself. Here I have 2 cards for this pile. Here. Be impeccable with your word. Create a beautiful dream. So the cards are telling you to create a beautiful dream and love and respect yourself. Again, love who you really are. Respect who you really are. Don't pretend to be something you're not. You know, even sometimes it is good in order to survive in certain circles, of course. You know, that's being adaptable. But be truthful to who you are. Let's see what they say here. You are never responsible for the actions of others, but you are responsible for you. If someone is not treating you with love and respect, it is a gift if they walk away from you. You may hurt for a while, but your heart will eventually heal. So, if people are being overbearing with you, if people are not respecting your true nature, if they go away, it is okay. If you decide to leave the situation, it is also okay. If you decide to stay in that situation, it is also okay, as long as you remember to respect yourself and love yourself as well. And here we have create a beautiful dream. Your word can create the most beautiful dream, or your word can destroy everything around you. Impeccability of the word only creates beauty, love, and heaven on earth. So, this can also mean that sometimes we get jealous of other people, you know, especially if we're not living our true self, especially if we do not understand that we can be ourselves, and by being ourselves, we can also earn money. You can also let money flow into our lives. And when we see other people being successful, then we can get jealous and we can, you know, just bash them, you know, and say horrible things about other people. And the thing is, the moment we start doing this is the moment we should stop and then consider, why am I saying this? And then we realize I'm just jealous. And if we're just jealous, it's fine. Jealousy is a wonderful sign. It's a wonderful sign that what you're jealous of is where you should be. The other person can also be there, but realize that is also your place, and there's enough place for everyone. The moment you realize that's also your place, that's also somewhere where you like to be, then jealousy will go away and will turn into inspiration. It will turn into determination, right? And you start acting upon what you dream of. You can start acting upon your goal and moving towards it. So jealousy can be a wonderful motivator, right? So, but we always have to reflect and reconsider the things we're saying and why we're saying them. So this was another point. It probably won't resonate with everyone, but I hope it does. So, and here we have the goddess. And the goddess is telling us that the reason you're watching this pile is because you have been feeling separated from your own creative energy. You've been feeling separated from yourself. You're not, you know, you're not living your own true self. And the goddess is also all about creativity, you know. Then the goddess is telling you the best way to get back to yourself is being creative again. You know, start being creative again. You know, even if you just write a song, write some lines, a poem, paint something, whatever you are passionate about, whatever kind of creative passion you have, just do it, right? Because this is your true self, and then you'll feel immediately connected to who you really are. And the moment you feel connected to who you really are, you're going to see that are possibilities, that are many possibilities awaiting you, that are possibilities of making your dreams come true and to let money flow into your life. And then you'll start finding the courage for this to happen, you know, and even the courage to accept it into your life, right? Because you're very suspicious of money. And then you start opening up to seeing money and success as a positive thing. But you have to come back to who you really are and let yourself be and love yourself again for who you really are. And then you'll be creating this beautiful dream and expressing it out into the world. And you'll see the answers to it, the reaction to it will be quite positive. Now the last card. And we have Zen Garden. Oh, this card is so beautiful. Inner Sanctuary. Again, this is also important because you're very receptive, so you're very sensitive. So when you go out into the world and express yourself, always find a sacred space for yourself. Always find something where you can regenerate. Be it a place in your head, be it a place in your home, or again, out in the world, be it a park, nature, and so on. And just find that place. Oh, look, it's 38, and 38 is 11, and that's beautiful. So we have here a very important card. So this is coming back to your own soul, right? And ascending reality. So in the moment you get to yourself, you find that inner sanctuary where you can be yourself and you can regenerate from the world, because you can go out into the world and be this really powerful person and keeping this very, very sensitive side of you, not really hidden, the sensitive side of you, so it won't get hurt in the outer world. But this sensitive side needs the creative expression, but it has to be the creative expression of your unique self, of how you really are. And I tell you again, and I'll repeat it. So the moment you start connecting with your true self, then you'll find the courage to go out in the world and you'll see the doors are open for you and you can let love and money flow in. So this was your reading. Create a beautiful dream and act on it. You deserve the gates of triumph. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped and inspired in some way. And thanks to all of you who are, have been watching and commenting and liking my videos. And also to all of those who have been subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. So, and now pile number 3. Here we go. Pile number 3. Just give me a second. I got confused. So here. This is pile number 3. With the number on 100. So pile number 3. So here we have self-control. In German it's called Selbstbeherrschung. So self-control. You have a very strict way of facing money. You know, it's all about self-control, all about saving, all about being very serious about it, being very professional, being very realistic as well, but in a very contained way, in a very forced way. Cannot put it. I think the picture speaks tons, right? So it's really like self-control, and this is the way it has to be. But this card, what it comes across is a rigidity, right? So that's not flexible, it's not creating, it's just there. But let's see what other cards are saying. So in order to complete, okay, so this is the Hanged Man. And these two cards, again, is this rigidity, is this immobility. is not being flexible, right? But the hangman on the positive side is like, of course, there are delays, this waiting time. But the hangman is like achieving enlightenment through this sacrifice. If you are familiar with the legend or the myth of Odin, the Norse myths of mythology of Odin, so he hanged on a tree for 3 days until he got enlightened. And this is the picture of this, the 3 days until you get enlightened. And so for you, earning money is something that is hard, something that is full of sacrifice. You have to work hard. You have to be really disciplined. And it's something that is harsh. It's something that is very strict, very inflexible, and it's full of sacrifice. You know, working extra hours, giving all your best, and you have to be perfect in everything you do. So it's very, very strict. So this is how you face money, as something that's very strict. And here I have a very a male energy. So probably there was something you learned from your father. So probably your father was living life like this. It won't resonate with everyone, but could also be a father figure or you know, a male figure in your life. And this was the message that was brought to you. You know, money has to be earned in a serious and very disciplined manner, you know, work hard, working many hours. And so you have, for you, money is hard work and no fun. That's it. And that's what you have to heal about money, because money is just energy, you know, and hard work doesn't mean you get rich. This is like our capitalistic myth or legend, right? Like if you hear people, oh, I worked very hard and then I got rich. But that was their attitude that got them rich, and that attitude led them to work hard. So working hard, just being really strict, sometimes it can block you from getting where you want, because you have to have the fun part as well. Because if you're having fun and you believe and you're in what you want and you're passionate about what you want, the hard work comes for itself, you know, like by itself. It just happens. You just work many hours because you love it. You know, you just invest any time and any resources you have in your dream because it's so fun. But these cards here are not about fun. They're about sacrifice and pure hard work. And this is blocking you from letting the money energy flow. Right? Let's see the next card. Oh, wow. Release the dark wound. Let love live. So that's exactly what we're talking about. This is number 25. This is a 7. So your wound is really that you believe you have to be perfect. And this belief doesn't leave any room for fun, doesn't leave any room for joy. Again, we just have these really strict rules, this hard work, this sacrifice, but there's no fun involved. So, and you probably were brought up to believe that if you're not perfect, then that if it's not perfect, then it's not worth doing. If you're not good enough, then you should not do it. But if you were brought up like this, these people forgot to tell you that you should feel joy in what you do, in what you do. You should feel passion. It should be fun, you know. And again, if it is fun, you love the process. You will love working towards being perfect or good enough to present. But the thing is, expressing something and putting something out into the world is fun. You know, it's all about fun. It's all about being enthusiastic about it. It's all about loving what you do. And just hard work without fun, well, I was almost going to say it's nothing, but you're just sacrificing yourself, and one day you look back to life, oh yeah, I was just sacrificing myself, but where was the fun? Where were the happy moments? Where were the rewarding moments? And rewards cannot only be a paycheck at the end of the month. The process is the reward. The creating is the reward. Because this card also tells about, if your project is having a child. Now, let's take that as a metaphor. Making a baby should be fun. The process should be fun. The process of making it, if you know what I mean. We usually do not consider it, the process of making a baby, as not, oh, it has to be hard work. No, it's fun. And that's why we do it, because it's fun, right? And then at the end of the process, we have a beautiful human being. Isn't that great? So it's the same thing with money. It should be fun. You're creating something. You're letting energy flow. Then energy flows when there is joy. Energy flows when there is fun. And joy, fun, and love, they all go together. And if there is joy, hard work is just something playful and beautiful. Even if you get tired, but you're happy tired, if you know what I mean, right? So this is the wound of having to be perfect in order to achieve something, in order to be worth something. That's the thing. You think you have to work hard in order to be worth the money. But no, you're already worth everything there is. You just have to enjoy and have fun and create, because you are a creator. You are someone wonderful with beautiful ideas. So have fun with them. The hard work will come by itself, really. And solitude. In silence, peace prevails. So here are two possibilities. And some of you will resonate more with one of these possibilities, the others with the other. The thing is, because you believe that you have to work hard and sacrifice yourself and so on, then probably you've turned away from many people in your life, be it partners, be it friends, because you're just working, and you have no time for your social life. Have no time to making new friends and new acquaintances, and friends and partners and family. They reconnect us to joy. They reconnect us to feeling safe, to feeling loved, to feeling free, right? So they're an important part of your life as well. For others of you, then you need this time alone as well in order then to reconnect with yourself, right? Because you're just working hard, you just, maybe having your network of people, exchanging contacts and so on and so on. And then you need time for yourself. And this, for some of you, then this time by yourself is really necessary in order to regenerate, to find your peace again and to come back to your own. And probably then when you're in silence and in solitude, and you finally find peace, then you're reconnected to the joy of living, to the joy of existing. So, next card. Oh, number 53. This gives an 8. So, Goddess Shi Wang Mu and Stromatolite. Rare success. I love this card so much. I could stare at it for hours. It's so, so beautiful. And this card is telling you, you have something beautiful to give to this world. You have such an enormous talent, and you have such creative ideas, and you have so much to give to this world. You just have to first believe in yourself. Second, allow it to unfold, allow it to grow and develop on its own time. Because this card is telling you, You are developing. You are growing it, you are making it grow. And the card is telling as well that you probably feel very impatient. You probably think, well, the others already have this, the others already achieved this, this, and the other. And I'm still starting. I'm still not good enough. I'm still not where I wanted to be. And that's why you became then really stern about yourself, about the process, right? And the card is telling you everything takes time. And if the others are already at the finish line, it's okay. It's their journey, it's their path, but your path is where you are at, and exactly at this moment. And there is no wrong, there is no right. It's just what is. And the card is telling you it is growing. You are developing. You are turning your dreams into reality. But you have to enjoy the process. You have to have fun with the process. You have to let it be and let it grow. Of course, you should tend your garden. Of course, you should tend your projects and work on them. But you have to enjoy the process. You have to know that it is developing at its own pace and it should be developing. So instead of worrying too much about where you should be at, you should start enjoying where you're at. You should start having fun and enjoying every step of the way, so you can lighten up. So you can lighten up a little bit, right? And if you lighten up, the energy will flow, then the right people will be there, then the right connections, the right opportunities. But you have to lighten up. You don't have to be perfect right away. Perfection is a process, so enjoy the process. So, and this card is, don't take anything personally and transform your life. Here, when you refuse to take things personally, you avoid many upsets in your life. Your feelings of anger, jealousy, and even your sadness will simply disappear if you don't take things personally. So, again, transform your life, lighten up, relax, and enjoy every step of the way. Life is a journey, and you're on it. You're not standing still. And these feelings of jealousy is probably because you're comparing yourself with other people. You think other people have already achieved what they wanted. They're already so successful. Why am I not? Don't compare yourself to anyone. You're unique. You are wonderful as you are, and you are loved by the universe for what you are, as you are at this moment, right now. And I told this to pile number 2, and I'll tell you this too, is these feelings of jealousy, they're not negative per se. I don't think they're negative. Jealousy is always a very positive sign. It depends what you do with it, right? Because jealousy can turn you into a bitter person, and you start, being very negative towards other people, I'm missing the word right now. You just, I forgot the word, but you just turn everyone down. You just think that everyone's success is because they were rich from the start, and their parents helped them, and so on. You start criticizing everyone's success. But actually, jealousy is just a sign that the people or the situations you are jealous about, they are the situation or the place where you should be, where you feel you should be, where you feel you belong there as well. And jealousy is really a positive sign, because it's like your inner guidance saying you, hey, that's where I belong. That's where I want to go. That's where I should be. And so instead of bashing other people for already being there. It's just a sign for you. Oh, exactly, that's where I wanted to go, and you start working on it. So it can be really positive. So transform your life. Start enjoying life more. It's really beautiful. So the last two cards, love. So this card is really telling you to let love flow in your life. Let love and joy flow in your life. Have more fun. Feel the love, feel the joy in everything around you, in every step of your way, because you're getting there. And the more you love, the more you enjoy life, the easier it will get, and also the faster you will get there. And then the last card, oh, the message. Positive news, positive outcome. This is so beautiful. I could almost cry. So, this card is telling you, you are going to get where you want to be. You are going to fulfill your dreams. You are going to get the money you need. You are going to get the money you want. So, the outcome is already sure. You're going to get it. What you need to cure, so to say, to heal, is this belief that is just work hard and no fun and no play. Okay? You will get the work done when you play, when you have fun. So, your secret here is just relax, enjoy life. Because the more you love what you do, the more work you will get done, but in a very positive and joyful way, and everything will be all right. So, this was your message. I hope it resonated and it inspired you as well. And thank you so much for all who have been watching and liking and commenting my videos. And also to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. It means a lot to me. And I wish you all the success in the world. Have a great time. Thank you so much.